All right, it like I'm I already know what just happened. It was the devil. The devil right now. He just cut off this camera to make sure that the message didn't get out. And I was talking for almost 20 minutes going on about this topic. And the devil shut my video off. And I was trying to get this video done before the sun went down so that I could celebrate the Sabbath. The devil knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's very, 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 very calculated. He cut the video off. Cut the video off. Like I'm 20 minutes in talking about what I need to talk about, getting out what I need to get out, and then the devil cuts the camera off. Like the camera app just crashed out of nowhere. And this is a brand new iPhone. Like this is the newest iPhone. Like on the newest software, so or whatever software it came on, it don't matter, whatever. But either way, that junk shouldn't have crashed. It's the newest iPhone, it shouldn't have crashed. But it's the devil. The devil don't want the information getting out that will actually free God's children from bondage. So that's what's going on out here now. But I'm not gonna let the devil stop nothing. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna backtrack, and I'm gonna do it again. But this time, I'm gonna try to make it more brief. I'm gonna try to make it more concise so that so I can get this message out better, because that's the thing. The devil knows what he can do. If I'm being all long-winded and stuff like that, then he knows that he could shut the video off at any point, and then like at the very end of the video, and then I won't be able to get the message out. So if I keep it concise, if I keep it brief, then the devil won't be able to block the message. So that's okay. I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna try to put as much in it as I can to make sure that the devil don't win. He don't win. He don't get no victories over here. No, Satan, you don't get no victories over here. So once again, this your boy G to the Q, Q to the T. We bringing it back again, and I'm here to tell you exactly why. It's the verdict. This is the verdict. I'm here to tell you exactly why I stopped following tarot. And to be honest with you, tarot has actually been a big part of my journey, because in a big way, tarot helped me wake up, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm at this point, and I just wanna let y'all know my journey and everything like that, what's been happening for me, just in case y'all might be going through something similar. Of course, I know it's a lot of people out there that's waking up, a lot of people out there that's trying to wake up, that want to wake up. They don't really know what's going on. They don't know what they trapped in. They don't know what's going on. They just know that they in situations that they don't want to be in, and they don't know how to get out of them. So this video maybe will help you, And if you're a type of person where you follow tarot or something like that, this video might help you too. So this could help a lot of different types of people. So, just to give a little background, I come from Chicago, Illinois. I was raised by my dad when I was real young. He raised me in the church. Like he tried to instill religion into me and instill, God into me and stuff like that. But I really couldn't get it, and he wanted to instill it in me because my grandma, she's like a sanctified person. Like she's like the most saved person in our whole family. Like everybody knows her to be the most saved person in the family. So it was like, okay, they wanted me to be in the church. They took me to church and things like that. But for some reason, it wouldn't really resonate with me. And I'm not gonna lie, it was some times where the word would actually get in my soul, in my spirit, and I would start welling up. I would start feeling like I'm about to cry or something like that. Now I don't feel like I actually did start crying or nothing like that, but I probably did have some tears that was like I remember feeling like I feel like tears want to come out, And I didn't know at the time, but it was the spirit. The spirit was was getting in me, and I didn't know what it was. I didn't know how to equate it. So I went on, never really understood religion and just stuff like that. I never understood the world in general. So it basically, I started feeling like people wasn't treating me the way that I deserved to be treated. That's all I knew. Like my whole life, I knew that I was being a good person to people. I knew that I was treating people the way that I wanted to be treated. And like, I always felt like, according to the Bible, you know, if I treat people the way that I want to be treated, then they would treat me the same way back in return. Like basically, if I treat you like a brother, if I treat you like a sister, then you would want to treat me like a brother. You would want to treat me like a sister. You would value that. You know, and this is the way that I'm going through life, dealing with everybody that I come in contact with, from family to friends and everybody, because I'm just a true, genuine person. You know, I don't have bad intentions for nobody. I don't want to see bad things happen to nobody. And I've always been that way from the time that I was younger. I've always been that way. But, you know, just from growing up in the hood and stuff like that, and, you know, going through all kind of spiritual warfare, I didn't know that I was going through spiritual warfare at the time, but, you know, just going through a lot of, like, abuse, like mental, physical abuse. Like, you know, it was mostly mental. I can't say that I went through too much physical abuse. It was people that tried to put their hands on me, but I was never the type of person where I would let nobody put their hands on me like that. So, you know, but I did go through a lot of what I felt like was mental abuse, emotional abuse from people. And what I later on came to find out is, and the reason why I'm going through all of this, I'm just giving a backstory on my journey and how it even led up to me being involved in tarot at all. And so really, I was going through my whole life dealing with people, and I just felt like people would just treat me unfairly. Like nobody really wanted to see me happy. Nobody wanted me to be a happy person. It was like they just really wanted to beat me down. And it seemed like this was every single person that I dealt with. Now, I later on came to find out that the reason why this was happening is because the people that I was dealing with was narcissists. And the way that I found this out was through YouTube. You know, a lot of things that you can learn is on YouTube. YouTube would teach you basically anything. It could teach you anything. I went through my whole life just basically being emotionally manipulated, emotionally abused, mentally manipulated, mentally abused, and things like that, all the way up into my 30s. And right now I'm 33. Well, I'm 32. I don't know. I lose count now because I'm not even getting older no more now. Like, I'm getting younger, so I don't really even truly try to keep track of my age no more. But all the way up until my early 30s, like, and I was just sad, like sad. And I didn't realize that I was sad, but like I knew that I wasn't happy as I wanted to be, because I would look at my pictures, and in my pictures I would just like I would never smile in my pictures at all, ever. And honestly, I can't even make myself do the face right now, just because like I'm not that same person no more. I can't even make myself look that down as I used to do no more, just because I was down. Like my whole vibe was just low. So I like through YouTube, I started seeing all of these different videos about narcissists. It just started popping up on my feed. And this is just out of nowhere, completely out of nowhere. I never knew what a narcissist was. I never searched nothing about narcissists, nothing like that. This came completely out of nowhere. I just all of a sudden started getting all of these different videos about narcissists on my feed. And so I'm just like, and this is right around the time where I'm just like, all right, I'm ready to throw my hands up to it, because I'm to the point where I'm giving people chance after chance, like different people, different chances. Like, okay, well, that person, you know, wasn't a good person for me. Okay, maybe this person gonna be a good person to have around me. Like, you know, and I'm going through life like that. Like, okay, that person, you know, started treating me badly. Let me see what's up let me meet some new people, and then see what's up. And I meet new people, and then new people, they would come around. They would build you up, make you feel good. This is what's called gaslighting. They would gaslight you. They make you feel real good about them as a person. And then of course that makes you let down your walls. Once you let down your walls, then you will start giving them benefits. Like, you will start welcoming them in, you know. And the one thing that I realized about narcissists that they are really good at, a narcissist, they can pinpoint the exact point where you did something for them that they didn't earn. And that's crazy, because I've never been that type of person where I would keep track of things like that. But the exact point, And once they get you to do something for them that they didn't earn, it could just be a random favor or something like that. Like, hey, could you do this? Once you do something for them that they know that they didn't earn, they know that they got you and that they can emotionally manipulate you and abuse you from that point on. And of course, that is what they do. And they will play with your mind. They will do whatever they can to try to play with your mind and make you never feel like you are actually worth anything and that you are worthy of them at all. When in the beginning, they made you feel like you was more than worthy of them. Like they made you feel like you was more than worthy. And then out of nowhere, they'll just start treating you like you was never nobody to them. You'd be like, okay, well, you was just my best friend the other day, and then now you my worst enemy. Like that don't even make no sense. But this is the type of stuff that I was going through my whole life, from family to friends, different type of people, my whole life. So I keep going. So like I said, I was to the point where I was just like, man, I just kept dealing with so many different people, and I'm just like ready to throw my hands up to it. Like, all right, maybe God just don't want me to deal with people. Like he don't want me to have close relationships with people. He don't want me to be close with people, because clearly anytime I say like, okay, Q, because I'm not gonna lie, I had trust issues. I had major trust issues from growing up, from having, a rough childhood where, we was poor. So we was real poor. We lived in the hood, lived in Chicago. So, of course, things I would see bad situations and things like that. So this stuff will all weigh on me. It will weigh on me. And, so I get to the point where, I'm dealing with all of these narcissists and stuff my whole life. And then I get to my 30s. And then now I'm still dealing with all of these narcissists. So I'm like, all right, well, but I didn't know that they were narcissists, didn't know what was going on. I'm just like, well, all right, God just don't want me to really, he don't want me to have connections with people, like I'm in my mind, I was just like, all right, maybe I'm not supposed to really have connections like that. I didn't know if it was God. I didn't know what was going on. I'm just like, man, I didn't know what was going on. I was just like, maybe I'm not supposed to be close to people. And so my eyes start opening really, because I start seeing these videos about narcissists, and at least then I was able to understand what was going on. So I'm watching the videos just mouth wide, just watching the videos like, what? Is really people like this out in the world? Like that's crazy, man. Like because I've never been that type of person where I would really want to break another person down. And, because what a narcissist does is they get into your circle, they break down your walls, and then they start stealing your soul from you. They take essentially what is you from you. So they beat you up, they emotionally manipulate you, and then make you have no worth for yourself, and then they steal your soul from you. So this is essentially what a narcissist is doing, is they are slowly stealing your soul from you. So, once I started opening my eyes up to, just the fact that I was being manipulated and stuff like that, I'm like, all right, okay, game on. So, now I'm going forward, and I'm like, okay, I'm watching all of these videos about narcissists and stuff like that. And then after a while, I was just like, okay, I just got tired of watching all of the videos about narcissists, because every single video was saying the same thing, the exact same thing. And it was all the exact same stuff I had been going through with different people my whole life. And I was just like, all right, now I'm kind of tired of hearing this stuff now. And I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna just, keep my distance from people and not let myself really get close to people, not let my guard down with people. And so I was like, okay, cool. So, then somehow all of these different tarot videos start popping up on my feed. And of course, when it first started happening, I pretty much started ignoring them. Like I pretty much ignored them when it first started happening, because I didn't know nothing about tarot, but from what I had heard about it, it wasn't something good. I had heard that it was bad or whatever. Like I heard people say that it wasn't good as far as the Bible. So I would just be ignoring them, scrolling past them like, what is this talking about? What is this talking about? And but they would be talking to me. They would be like Gemini, 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 Gemini. And of course I'm a Gemini, so I'm just like, and it's like talking to you. So and the caption will talk to you as well. So the whatever title that they put, they'll be talking to you in the title and everything too. So I'm just like, it's just Gemini, Gemini. So I'm like, all right, there must be some reason that I keep seeing all of these tarot videos, even though I never searched nothing about tarot. I never been, into tarot. I never did nothing like that. And so I started Googling basically like, because I want to know before I even start watching it, is tarot like demonic or something like that? Is it demonic? So that's really what I wanted to know before I started watching any of the videos. So I go on Google and I just start typing in questions like, yeah, is tarot demonic? Like, is it the devil and stuff like that? And from what I read, they was like, yeah, I mean, they was like, the Bible does go against, like tarot readings and stuff like that. But I'm gonna be honest with you, when I first searched it, I didn't see nothing that was really bad about it. I seen more people that was saying good stuff about tarot than I seen people that was saying anything bad or anything even close to negative about tarot. It was probably like a good 10-1, like I would say probably like a good 10-2. I was seeing people that would say like, yeah, tarot is not demonic, and then there was other ones like every once in a while they'll be like, yeah, it's demonic. Don't be involved in it. Then I was just like, all right, well, the law of averages, I'm gonna take the law of average and be like, okay, well, there must not be nothing wrong with it, if it's put here and it keeps getting put in my face like that. Then I'm just like, okay, whatever, So I start watching the tarot videos. Then as I start watching the tarot videos, I'm sitting there like what? Because the tarot videos was literally talking directly to me. Like it was like they was talking directly to me and actually telling me my life. It was as if the cards was telling me my life. And then I was just like, I was flabbergasted, and I'm just like, nah. And of course I don't believe it at first. I'm in disbelief. I'm like, nah, this it's a coincidence. It's a coincidence. Like, there's plenty of people out here. Like, I'm just feeling like it's talking to me, because of whatever reason, So I'm just like, all right. So I'm like, okay, let me watch some more and see if they all do that. And as I watched more, it was like every single one, it was seemed more and more like they was talking to me, and they was telling me exactly about my life and exactly about situations in my life that I was going through with different people. And they would be describing it in detail, in the most graphic details. And not only would they describe what I knew in graphic details, they will also describe like things that I didn't know in graphic details. Like, and I would be like, and once again, law of averages, I would be thinking, if this information that I feel like is related to me is correct, then the stuff that is related to the other person must be correct. And so, I'm just like, I'm doing this subconsciously. I'm not like consciously making these assessments or nothing like that. I'm just like, But I swear, like every single one that I watched, every single Gemini video that I watched, it was as if they was telling me exactly about my life. And honestly, a lot of good actually did come from this, which I'm gonna get to. But I started to really take control of my life because I was getting information that was related to me, about me, and about about the divine, the spirit realm. When I first started following tarot, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know that it was the spirit realm that was communicating with me and letting me know what was going on, here on the earth. Let me know what was going on in the spirit realm. So as my eyes started to open up more, I started to realize that these cards were basically serving as a portal into the spirit realm. And if you are a person who is like heavily into the Bible, or you're like a really religious person, then you will automatically know that according to the Bible, that is not a good thing to do, is to be receiving information from the spirit realm if it's not coming directly from the Most High. So this essentially is the reason why I stopped following tarot, is because, and this is, I'm going to tell you exactly how it led up to that point, but that is essentially why I stopped following tarot, because in the eyes of the Most High, like, we shouldn't need that type of information. We shouldn't need to go and do that type of stuff. On top of the fact, I later on came to learn that tarot, I'm gonna say this, but before I say it, I got love for, for some people. I got love for the people that's in the tarot community. I don't have no ill will or nothing like that for the people that's in the tarot community. I received a lot of good information, and I followed a lot of great tarot readers that I'm sure are beings of light. But with that being said, in the eyes of the Bible, in the eyes of the Most High, and is not something that we should be doing. And what I later on came to find out is that tarot was actually brought to the earth by fallen angels. So these were angels that essentially got jealous of us, got jealous of humans, like, humans that were here at that time. They got jealous, and then they was like, okay, well, we want to do that. We want to go down there and live like humans, and and sleep with the women, because they look beautiful. So we want to go down there and sleep with the women. So this is what they did. They turned themselves into humans, and then they came down and they started mingling with the people. But they did this in a very, very malicious way. They didn't do this with the permission of God. They did this on their own accord, and they plotted, to do this. So they wanted to impregnate the women, even though they were immortal beings, and they weren't supposed to be interacting with mortal beings. But they did it anyway. And at the same time that they did that, they also brought a lot of things, a lot of evil to the earth, because they were doing this to manipulate the humans at that time and get them to, sleep with them, which of course they were angels. So they knew exactly how to get the women to sleep with them. And then they impregnated the women, and the women later on ended up having like giant babies. Like, so their babies grew up to be like big giants and stuff like that. And they was wreaking havoc. They was big evil giants wreaking havoc on all of the land and stuff like that, and just killing people. And they was cannibals too. And so God couldn't have that, because all of his people was getting tormented. Like, they couldn't have no peace. So God had to come in and send the flood. He had to God had to send the flood in. He sent the flood in, clear out everything, and except Noah. And like, he was like, we're going to start over with you, Noah. And, he cleared all of that stuff out. So essentially, the reason why I particularly don't partake in no type of tarot or nothing like that is because I knew that it was impeding my connection with the Most High. That is the one reason that I stopped following tarot, because I did feel like I was getting a lot of information from it. Now, to go deeper into that, when you dabbling with tarot and like fortune telling and stuff like that, and things that the Bible urges against, you got to realize that even if you're the type of person where you don't really believe the Bible and stuff like that, this is really all that we have that we know is essentially the word of the Most High, or the word of people that communicated directly with the Most High, and like this is the Most High's word. This is God trying to communicate with us through different people. And yes, we do have to think about who's controlling the narrative. You know, you got to think about who's controlling the narrative and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you know, all of this stuff exists for a reason, and you know, the ideals that God is trying to put in place and that Jesus Christ stood for, they stood for a reason. And you know, and that reason is so that God can lead his people to salvation, the people that really trust in him, so that he can lead his people to salvation, you know, to the promised land, to the kingdom. And if you are dabbling in any kind of sorcery, any kind of dark arts, any type of stuff like that, then in my opinion, I'm speaking for myself. God is not going to let you into the kingdom. So you might be right there. You might be right about to, you know, you might be right about to step into the kingdom, but you won't be welcomed into the kingdom, because you are essentially a sorcerer in the eyes of the Most High, because you're using the dark arts as manipulation. Like, and even you may be a being of light, and you may not even be using this for no type of manipulation so that you can control people or nothing like that. You might be doing this completely as a defense mechanism so that you can protect yourself from this type of stuff. But at the end of the day, you're still dabbling and you're still participating in the dark arts, because like I said, this is dark because these were angels that had turned their back to God and were now working for Satan, that brought tarot to earth. So when you messing with tarot, you dabbling in the dark arts. This is darkness. This is satanic. And at the same time, like I said, the cards serve as a portal, basically, into the spirit realm. So you are opening up a portal, and at the same time, you could possibly be summoning evil spirits. So, you know, and the best way that I can put it, use an example of summoning evil spirits. Think about this. Let's say for some reason there was going to be like something catastrophic that was going to happen, and it was going to happen tomorrow. Like, if you didn't know that catastrophic event was going to happen tomorrow, you would be going through your life, living your life just like regularly normal, like nothing was going to happen. So you would be happy. You would be living your life like nothing's going to happen. Let's rewind. Let's say you do know about this. Let's say you do know about the catastrophic event. Now you are going to be paranoid. You're going to be scared, because now you know that something catastrophic is coming toward you. Now you have summoned the demon, because had you not watched that tarot video, or, you know, went to that reader or whatever, then you would have never had any indication of the battle that God was fighting for you. You would have just knew that God was fighting all of these battles for you. Like, no, like, I know that God is fighting these battles for me, but you would have never knew. You wouldn't have been conscious to it. But once you make yourself conscious as to what is the evil darkness that's actually coming towards you, now you have summoned it. It is now in your consciousness. And once something goes into your consciousness, you can't remove it from your consciousness. What only thing that you can do is add more positive things in there to where it dilutes that negative thing that is in your consciousness. That is the only possibility, because you can't remove anything from your consciousness. Like, it doesn't work that way. But you can dilute it with positive things. But at the same time, you still have that negativity. Now you're gonna have to dilute all of that negativity with positivity. And you would have never had to do that. Like, now you're gonna have to go to the Lord. You're gonna have to pray. You're gonna have to, you're gonna have to repent. You're gonna have to pray, repent, and you're gonna have to come back to the Lord. And you're gonna have to put your trust into the Lord, because if you are reliant, and honestly, I had a conversation with my brother. And he's an Israelite. But he never tried to force me to wake up to the faith or nothing like that. He let me wake up to the faith on my own. but he's an Israelite. And I called him, because I was going back and forth about whether or not I wanted to stop, whether I wanted to stop following tarot, because I felt like it was improving my life. I felt my life had improved so much ever since I had started following tarot. So I felt like it was improving my life. And so I called him and I was just like, yeah, I'm kind of stuck because I don't know what to do, because I don't know if I should stop doing this, but I kind of feel like the Most High is like guiding me to not do this no more, to not follow tarot no more. But I don't know what to do, because at the same time, this is what I felt like had, what I felt like had brought me blessings. And that was where I was in the wrong. And the way I got corrected was my brother. He said something. He was like, yeah, but you gotta know, like, at the end of the day, you gotta know whether your faith is in the cards or whether your faith is in the Most High. And if your faith is in the Most High, then what are the cards for? And that's the way that the Most High sees it too. Because like, if your faith is in the Most High, what are the cards for? What would the cards even be here for? And that is why the Most High put it here, but essentially he didn't put it here. Like it was put here against what he wanted. But even though the Most High knows all things before they happen, but these were fallen angels. These were angels that went against him to bring that art here. Like they brought tarot, they brought astrology, and they brought the art of like of making weapons, like like knives and axes and stuff like that. Weapons where you could harm other people with, because before then humans didn't even know how to make weapons. Like there was no crime and stuff like that. Like there was no real crime and stuff like that, because essentially they didn't know how to make weapons. So they would have to use their bare hands if they actually wanted to harm each other. So once they brought weapons and everything here, then that's when it turned to chaos. They brought weapons, they brought tarot, and they brought astrology. Basically, they taught the people how to read the stars and how to bypass God and get what they wanted by bypassing God. And this is what we should now know is manipulation. Because if you're trying to bypass God, then that's the ultimate form of manipulation. Well, that's the true definition of manipulation, because you're trying to do something, you're trying to cause something that is outside of the will of God. Now, and the will of God happens naturally. Like it's nothing that any of us need to do really to make the will of God happen, other than listen to our intuition. So, and if you're going to the cards, you're not listening to your intuition, because you're bypassing your intuition and you are now giving your intuition to the cards. You're using the cards as your intuition. So these are the reasons why I stopped following tarot. Now I know this video is long, but it would have been even longer, because when the first video cut off, it took me 20 minutes just to even get to the part where I'm even talking about tarot. So I had a whole backstory for 20 minutes before I even started talking about tarot. Once I started talking about narcissists and started getting into the tarot, then that's when the devil tried to cut off the video. So forget you, devil. You will not win. You will not receive no victories over here. I'm still going to get the message out. The people is still going to get the knowledge. You will not win. You will not win. You cannot win. You cannot win, devil. This is the kingdom of the Lord, of the Most High God. And you cannot win, devil. You cannot win, devil, at all. The kingdom will prevail, always. Yes. Now that I got that out, like I said, these are the reasons why I stopped following tarot. And if you are a person of God, God, you can say the universe, you can say spirit, you can call it whatever you want. The higher power, you can call them whatever you want. It's God. It's God. The universe, spirit, the Most High is God. It's God. So if you are a person of the Most High, of God, if you're a child of God, child of the universe, however you want to call it, I would urge you to transition yourself away from tarot. And like I said, if you go into the cards, then you're not using your intuition. Like that means that somewhere in there your intuition is failing you, and you're trying to use the cards to redeem yourself from that. But really, God wants you to just listen to him and, like, you know, just come to him. And if it's something that's out of your control, leave it in his hands. Leave it in God's hands. That's all he wants. That's all he wants, is for you to take control of your life and walk in his image, walk in, you know, the ideals that he wanted you to walk in. And he will give you everything that you desire. Everything that you ever desired in your life, God knows it. God knows everything that you desire that you don't even know that you desire. And God wants to fulfill that desire. But before he can do that, before God can fulfill that desire, he needs you to submit to him. He needs you to come to him. He needs you to submit to him. And he needs you to let the devil know that the devil will not win. He needs you to let Satan know that he will not win no more and that his time is up. Hey, if you're watching this video until now, just drop in the comment section and just say the devil's time is up. The devil's time is up. His time is up. He ain't winning no more. He done had victory after victory after victory, and God done let it happen. But no, God said no more. God said no more. Like, no, the promised land is coming. Yes, the kingdom is here. The kingdom is here. Yes, the kingdom is here. Ushered in by the Most High God, the Most High God. So I'm happy. I'm happy to be delivering this message to you. I'm happy to even be at this point in the video and got to the end of the video. I know it's some stuff that I left out that I included in the previous video. I'm praying, you know, that I got everything out that I needed to say. I'm praying that, you know, this resonates with the people that it needs to resonate with, like the people that are heavily into tarot. And like I said, I got love for the tarot readers. It's a lot of like tarot readers that are beings of light, that are light beings themselves. They star seeds themselves. So I got a lot of respect for the tarot community. But the art itself is divination. And any type of divination, is dark. The dark arts. This is using the dark arts. This is not knowledge that the Lord wanted people to, you know, be using at their disposal. If he wanted the knowledge to be here, then he would have given it to us himself, you know. But the angels betrayed him. He left that opening to see if anybody would betray him. The angels betrayed him. Those are fallen angels now. Now they with Lucifer now. They with Satan. They not with the Most High no more. So, you know, if you want to be with the Most High, do not dabble in the stuff that those angels brought here. Like, do not dabble in that type of stuff. Don't dabble in tarot, astrology and stuff like that. Honestly, I when it comes to astrology and stuff like that, that's here nor there. Like, if you just, like, you know, like to be like, oh yeah, I'm an Aquarius, I'm a Gemini type stuff. Like, yeah, you know, I mean, it's something fun to talk about. But at the end of the day, like, we shouldn't be giving any type of glory to this type of stuff, because that's not what the Most High wanted. At the end of the day, that stuff has no power. It's really God that has the power. So, you know, you can try to use the stars, you can try to use the moon, you can try to use the tarot cards, you can try to do everything that you want to do to try to control God. But at the end of the day, God is going to show you that he is still in control. So the quicker that you stop resisting, and you just fall in the line with what the Lord wants from you, and you just say, hey, Lord, I'm ready to submit to you. I want to walk in your image, and I want to walk in the path that you got set for me. Like, come to the Lord, let him know that, and tell him to redeem you. Ask him to make you new. Ask him to make you a new person. Ask him to give you a new name. Just as he did Abram. Ask him to give you a new name. And I can tell you, like, once you repent, you're going to feel a whole lot better, and you're going to have a whole lot deeper connection with God. And God is your intuition. So if you're not connecting with God, then you don't have no intuition. You don't have no intuition. Like your intuition is gone. If God leave you, your intuition is gone. You going through this world completely blind, like with no protection whatsoever. No protection whatsoever. That means anybody can do anything to you at any given time, and you can't do nothing about it because you're not walking with God. Anybody in this world could literally come in and just play around with you, toy around with you, and then just walk right out. Just the same way that they used to do me all the time. Just walk right into your life, play with you, toy around with you, get whatever they want out of you, out of your life. Get whatever they want out of your life, and then leave. Now, if you the type of person that's okay with that happening to you, hey, by all means, do your thing. But if you the type of person where you a good person, you a positive person, you want to keep elevating, you gotta go to the Lord for that. No elevation happens without God say so. No elevation happens without God say so. And God, he showed me, which is why I'm sitting here telling y'all right now. God showed me. He showed me. He told me, and he showed me that if I'm dabbling in any kind of dark arts whatsoever, I will not be welcome in his kingdom. And God love me. God love me. Like, God showed me every single day how much God loved me. Like, God catered to me. God catered to me. But at the same time, God said, no. If you doing that type of stuff, if you dabbling in the arts that were brought here by, angels that went to Satan, then you will not be welcome in my kingdom. You will not. You could get right to the front door. You could get right to the front door. You could get right to the front door of the kingdom. Right to the front door of the kingdom. And you might have received all kind of blessings that brought you right to the front door of the kingdom. And God is going to deny you from being in the kingdom. He is going to deny you, he's going to deny you. He is going to deny you because you denied him. So once you accept him, he accepts you again, because he's already accepted all of us from birth as his children. God will never turn his back from us unless we turn our back from him. When we turn our back from God, then that's when God turns his back from us. But God will never turn his back from nobody that didn't turn their back from him. As long as you got faith, and as long as you walk in the light, and as long as you put anything that's out of your control in his hands, everything is going to be right for you. Everything is going to be good for you. You're going to be able to go forward, and you're going to receive everything that you want, even if you don't have it today. Because the thing about us as humans, we get so caught up in the fact that we don't have everything that we want right now. Like even me, the Lord done blessed me a lot, and I still don't have every single thing in this world that I want right now. But I know, the Lord has made it clear to me what he's doing in my life. He done came to me and made it clear to me, no, I'm getting rid of, I'm cleansing out all of that old, the same way that he did with the flood. He's no, I done brought the flood through your life and cleansed out all of that negativity, all of those negative people, all of those people that didn't want good for you, that didn't have good for you. I have brought the flood through, cleared all of that out so that I can make you new. And God, he came to me and let me know what he was trying to do. So essentially, he asked my permission. He didn't really ask my permission. He just let me know what he was trying to do. And it was up to me to either let him do that and stop resisting, or, keep being my lower vibration self and being oh, well, whatever. That's just in my mind. That junk ain't really gonna happen. That wasn't really God that was talking to me. That was but I ain't, no. I'm not finna do that, because I'm in the kingdom, and I ain't never finna turn my back to God, because God ain't never turned his back to me. God was walking with me through all of those bad situations when I was younger, and he brought me to where I am right now, and he brought me out of the wilderness, just like he did the Israelites. And this is why I know to this day, this is how I know to this day that I am an Israelite. And even beyond all of the Israelite stuff, even beyond the Israelite stuff, because it ain't Israel that's gonna get you into the kingdom. It's only the Most High. It's only God that's gonna get you into the kingdom. So even just being Israel is not gonna get you into the kingdom. So you still have to walk in the image that God has put here for you to walk in, which is his image. So when you walking in his image, then he never turns his back to you. Never, ever, 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 ever. And honestly, even when the devil was winning over my life, the Lord still never turned his back to me, because he still kept me protected. He made it so that, like, the only harm that people could ever do to me would be emotional. Like, they never could destroy my spirit, and they never could truly destroy my mind, because once I knew that I had control of my own mind, then that was it. Once I realized that I'm controlling all of this stuff that's going on in my life. Me and God is controlling this. God is controlling this through me. So he's going off of me, and then he's remote controlling all of this. Delivering me every single thing that I want in this world. So, I know this video is long, and I went on a rant and everything like that. So, if you didn't make it to this point in the video, honestly, I don't blame you too much. If you did make it to this point in the video, shoot, man, just put in the comment section, like, hey, I'm walking with God. Like, forget the other stuff. Forget the other stuff. Like, I'm walking with God. Like, just put it, if you walking with God from this point on, just put in the comment section, like, hey, forget that other stuff. I'm walking with God. I ain't even finna be dabbling in all of that other low vibrational stuff, like people trying to bring you down, because that's always the devil. The devil is always gonna be there to try to block whatever blessing God has coming for you. Because the devil knows, like the devil knows, like the devil knows. The devil, he has all knowledge too. The devil has all knowledge. He don't got all the knowledge that God got, but he got knowledge of he got all knowledge of the earth. He know everything. He know how to manipulate everything. So, the way you take your power away from, the way you take the power away from the devil is you got to walk with God. That's the only way it's ever going to happen. That's the only way you ever going to have real control over your life. Other than that, the devil will be controlling your life until the day you die. So I'm going to wrap this video up. It's a war out there. It's a war out there. It's a war outside. It's a war outside. It's like the last days of Sodom and Gomorrah outside. That's all I'm gonna say. So you gotta decide which side you on, and make sure it's clear with God. And God will let you know. God gonna let you know, like, right now what your standing is with God. Like, if you ask yourself, like, what's my standing with God? Right here at this moment what your standing is with God. So if right now that your standing with God ain't where you want it to be, hey, you better fix that right now. Because if it ain't where you want it to be, it ain't nowhere good. It ain't nowhere good. So, hey, fix that right now. Just go to the Lord, talk to him, speak to him, let him know, that you not trying to be involved in no wickedness. You not trying to be involved in no darkness, that you going toward the light, that all you want to welcome his light. Ask the Lord to deliver his light in your life. And if all you crave is for the Lord to deliver his light in your life, I promise you that he will do it. So I promise you that he will do it, because I came to the Lord and I said the same thing. I didn't know. I was so messed up in the head. I couldn't even come to the point of actually deciding what I wanted. Like, I couldn't even fathom, like, even me going through 30 plus years of life. I couldn't even fathom to myself what truly I wanted out of life. Couldn't even do it. And so I came to God, and I let him know, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know nothing. I don't know what I don't know, but I just know I don't know. Like, can you show me? Can you deliver your light in my life? Can you deliver your light in my life, Lord? Just ask him, talk to him. Say, can you deliver your light in my life? Can you please deliver your light in my life, Lord? Make me worthy of your kingdom, Lord. Ask the Lord. Ask the Lord. And I promise you, he will deliver for you every time you come to him and you have faith that he's going to deliver. He's going to deliver. because I done been in so many situations, even lately, where I was just like, I already knew that anybody else in that situation would have cracked. And I knew that the only thing that was bringing me through that situation was my faith in God. My faith in God. And I'm talking about situations where my accounts is on zero and I got stuff that's due right then. And I'm just like, Lord, I know you're going to deliver for me. I know you're going to deliver for me, Lord. I know you're going to deliver for me, Lord. I know you. I'm just like, Lord, I know you're not going to have me out here like this, Lord. I know you're going to deliver for me, Lord. I know you're going to deliver for me, Lord. And I thank you. I thank you, Lord. And the Lord, he delivered for me every single time, every single thing that I asked, he delivered for me. So I'm here to let y'all know, if you put down all of that other stuff, if you stop dabbling in all of the dark arts, then the Lord will come through for you. Whatever you feel like the dark arts is doing for you, the Lord is going to come for you tenfold. He's going to come through for you tenfold, 100-fold, 100-fold. He's going to deliver everything that you never knew you wanted. Everything that you knew deep down that you wanted, but you never could really bring yourself to say, I'm worthy of this. I'm going for this. That's what the Lord gonna do for you. He gonna deliver that to you. That one thing that you've been burying deep down in yourself because you ain't had the courage to do it your whole life. The Lord is gonna deliver that to you and more. He's gonna deliver that to you, and he's gonna make that your purpose. Yes, that's what the Lord does for you. Your deepest desire, as long as it's a pure desire, he is going to grant that to you. And that is going to be your purpose. He did it for me. I ain't never think I was going to be over here on YouTube talking to y'all. I used to watch YouTube and be like, dang, I wish I could do that. I wish I could get on the camera in front of people and speak. You know, I still watch YouTube sometime and be like, and I still be in awe of other people, and I be like, man, you know, no idols though, no idols. But I admire people that, you know, that get on YouTube and they not ashamed to talk about God. You know, they not scared to, you know, welcome God's people. You know, they not scared to do the Lord's work. And, you know, and they know that doing God's work is the work that's for them, you know. So I admire that. Is no idols other than the Most High God. You know, that's the only thing I truly look up to is the Most High God. But, you know, I do have love for everybody, and I do admire the people that's doing God's work, and I will commend everybody that's out here doing God's work and that's out here speaking about God, just speaking, you know, about positivity, just about God and everything, because, you know, had it not been for me learning about the law of attraction, I don't know if I would have ever found my way to God. And I think that God, he had to bring me through the storm, you know, for me to really make it to him. So, which is why he brought me through the tarot and stuff like that, and had me dealing with those demons, because I found out about a lot of demons that was coming toward me, and a lot of people that truly despised me, that I thought was really my friends, that I thought was there for me. And I found out about people that truly despised me. And it wasn't me finding out about it through the cards and then me causing it to happen, which could truly happen, because once you know something is in your mind, then you can manifest it into your reality. So that's another reason why the tarot cards aren't really the way that you should go, because once you know about something, then it makes it far more likely that you will manifest that something into your physical reality. So you got to watch out for that. If you are the type of person that's going to continue to you know, follow tarot and stuff like that, you got to watch out for that, because you could possibly just be watching the tarot and then manifesting, you know, some of the negative stuff that gets told to you through the tarot into your life. So definitely watch out for that, especially if you're watching readings on like YouTube and stuff like that, like collective readings and stuff like that. It's always gonna feel like they talking to you, and I'm not here to tell you that it's not talking to you. I'm not here to tell you that the cards is not talking to you, because I can't prove that they not, and I couldn't prove that they wasn't talking to me. If anything, the proof landed on the other end So I'm not here to tell you that the cards is not talking to you and that they not telling you specifically what your situation is. So, but I'm gonna tell you that that's stuff that you shouldn't really even worry about. Leave that stuff in God's hands, and just focus on your purpose, because God gonna fight the battles for you. You don't have to worry about the battles that's being fought. Like if it's a battle that comes. If it's a battle that comes straight to you, then that that's a battle for you to fight. Like if it's a battle to be fought, but at the end of the day, if it's not a battle that's presenting itself to you like, hey, I'm a battle, then there's no reason for you to welcome it in. It's like you're fighting battles that you were never even intended to fight. Like God was supposed to fight those battles. So just let God fight the battles for you. Tell me what you think about the rant and everything like that, because I still went on for almost an hour. But like I said, the devil he stopped me the first time, so like I kind of had to keep going. I did say I was gonna be concise, so we're gonna see if I end up editing this down. But I don't know. I probably won't end up editing it, just for the simple fact that I want people to have the possibility of getting all of the information. So I probably won't end up editing this video. So whoever or the people that watch it to the end, then 9 times out of 10, you the type of person that you was kind of getting pushed to the part where you was wondering whether tarot was really something that you should be dabbling in or have a part of your life. And this video probably came up to let you know that it's probably not. So, just go to God about it. Don't listen to me. Listen to God. Go to God about it and listen to your intuition. And, leave the cards to whoever else want to dabble in the cards and stuff like that. And, let's just continue to elevate. Let's continue to, make God word the way, because, Jesus Christ, he is the truth. He is the way. He is the light. So let's believe it. Let's believe it. He showed us the way. All we got to do is walk. All we got to do is walk in the image, and just know what we want out of life. Just know what you want out of life. Keep it pure. Make sure it's pure. Because if you want bad things for other people out of your life, then it's not gonna turn out good for you. So know what you want, know what you intend, keep it pure, and go to God about it, and everything is gonna work out for you. And I'm here to tell you that, because that's all I ever. It always comes back to that. Like all roads lead back to God. It leads back to the Lord. So no matter what you do, the Lord is always gonna put you in a position where you got to come back to him. You could be dealing with Satan, your whole life, but the Lord is going to put you in a position where you going to become clear that you in that position because you not with the Lord. So God bless y'all. Just as a warning, the channel might be going in a little bit of a different direction, just because, my eyes is now open even more, and like, the channel is about the journey. So this is my journey. My eyes is open even more. Whereas at first you might have heard me talking about more so geared toward the universe, child of the universe. Like, at the end of the day, I'm still a child of the universe. It's still the universe, but let's acknowledge that the universe is God. This is God. This is God. You can call it the universe. You can call it whatever you want, because God don't really care what name that you give him. Just don't give him, a name. Just don't call him something like the name of an evil entity or something like that. But God don't really care what you call him. He just wants you to walk in his image and, call on him, and have faith in him and walk in his image. Like, it's as simple as that. He put the image here for us to walk in it. So if we don't walk in that image, then we gonna already know. It's gonna be apparent to us that we not walking in that image. So walk that righteous path. The path was put here, so walk that thing. And once you start walking it, then all you gotta do is walk it out. All you gotta do is walk that thing out, and then God gonna control everything. He gonna make everything happen for you. All you gotta do is say, hey, Lord, I want this, and then just walk it out, and then the Lord go arrange all of that junk to say to where it work out perfectly the way that you wanted it. So just know what you want and know where you going toward. And when you really truly when you set on what you want and it's pure, and and you listen to that little voice inside you, then that's the voice of God, and go with that. So never listen to the voice that's loud, that's screaming at you do this, do. Don't listen to that voice. Listen to the voice that's soft, because God's voice is gonna be soft. It's gonna be like a whisper almost, like when you want that answer, it's gonna be kind of like a whisper in your ear, like what? So I should do that? Like your first thought might be nah, but no. Don't let that be your first thought when God talking to you and you be like, nah. Don't let that be your first thought, because he gonna be like, hey, I gave it to you. I gave you the direction. But yeah, God bless y'all. This has been another episode of G to the Q, Q to the T, Q Town in the new GQ. I swear I disturbed some demons today. But we're going to talk about that another time. We're going to talk about that. I'm disturbing a lot of demons today. A lot of demons is getting killed in their track today. They getting stopped, dead in their tracks. So, God bless y'all. Y'all take care.